good morning. How are y'all? Uh, Pollen counts high, so a little bit sleepy looking this morning. Maybe a sniffle here and there. This is Tex, and this is Tex Talks. Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm having my breakfast, so protein drink. I hope you're having a good cup of coffee or relaxing or whatever it is you're doing, you're enjoying your day. This is the second part in a two-part discussion, or at least a continuation of the last one, which was addressing the idea of covert narcissism or fragile narcissism. The idea that there are people out there who have the narcissistic traits at a level where they could be diagnosed as narcissists, but they're not your typical extroverted over the top type of narcissist. They're the more quiet kind. There's a different set of characteristics, and if you want more on that, please go back to my last video and take a little peek at that. Today, I promised I would say something about how to deal with it and how to work with it. So first advice I have for you is don't run. Yes, it's one of those things where if there's no reason for you to have to be associated with a person who has these traits of fragile or covert narcissism, and you don't want to deal with it, then don't, by simply bowing out and going your own way. Don't make a big deal out of it. If you meet somebody and they tend to have these things that are throwing you off, that are feeling wrong, this is one of those cases where you work with your instinct instead of arguing with it, saying, "Oh no, I'm just no, yeah, I can handle this," or instead just go your way. Don't threaten or demand or try to change, because see, this is one of those where you have to ask yourself, are you moving into your own drama triangle of being a rescuer and trying to help the person that has this, that you're going to fix them, that you're going to convince them to change or be different? Realize that this is a personality disorder or a personality thing. This is something that the person has become over the years. They were born with the traits, they have honed them, and this is who they are. You feeling that, oh, well, I know what you are and I know what's going on, and this is what you need to do, will get you into very deep, dangerous water quickly. One, think about it. If a person tends to be more narcissistic, they're not going to allow you to tell them what they are to begin with. And there's no convincing them, and you're just going to get into an argument. Should you actually expose them, they may react. I hesitate to use the word violent, but they will react in such a way as to protect themselves. So they're going to disagree with you. They're going to gaslight you with, "Oh, well, oh no, there's nothing wrong with me. You're just this way. You're just seeing things. You're the only person I know that has this problem. You're the only one that thinks this way. I don't have the problem. You're the problem, and you need to go work on yourself." And these are answers that you'll get. Take it for that. Or they may, being the fragile or the covert narcissist, go, "Oh, there may be a problem. You may be right. Oh, thank you. You're my friend. Can you help me? Can you do this for me? Because I have a problem. I have a difficulty. This is, and I just deserve some help here because, you can do this for me. Oh my goodness." And they have lured you back in. In fact, that's one of the key ways that people who have certain traits like this keep people in check and under their thumb, is because they've got you being busy trying to fix them, trying to help them, trying to make them better, trying to give them what they need. Or they may divert it to, "Well, I do have a problem, and it may not be that, but maybe the problem is this. Maybe it's my depression. Maybe it's my problems with alcohol or drugs. And if you help me," see, pulls you in. There's that constant pulling you in to get you to do things for them. So by going back into that, you basically have set yourself up for the next problem. You've created a situation of codependence, or you've created a situation in which you're doing for them. I cannot stress enough. No. Now, flip side over a little bit. Let's say that you have someone who you can't just go, no, staying away from that. Maybe you're married to this person and now you finally realize this, or maybe this is a relative, or maybe this is a situation where there's a coworker that you have to see every day when you go in the office. This is going to take a lot of patience on your part. One, can't fix someone who doesn't want to be fixed because not only do they not want it, it's not your job to fix. See the double problem there? It's not your job to fix anyone. Help someone who legitimately wants help and can use help. That's one thing. But rare is the time when someone with this kind of problem will come to you. In fact, most of the time, this will not crop up and the person won't ask for help, especially with this. They may be asking for help with something else. They may come to a therapist. If you're a therapist, they'll come to you for problems with depression or anxiety or something else. And then it comes out that there is this deeper issue of narcissistic personality disorder or something very similar to it. And then that comes out, and then you find out. But generally, more nobody's going to come up and and knock on your door and go, "Hi, my name is Fred, and I'm looking for therapy for my narcissistic personality disorder." Just not going to happen. You might have someone come and knock on your door and say, "My husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, fiance, whatever, says I have this, and I need to see you. Can you help me?" But rarely do they come in and say, "I have this, help me." They may be there through a court order or some other type of situation that's mandated. So again, those are all therapy situations, but in your average life situations, your best defense is to just shoot, go away, not to confront it directly, not to start an argument, not to prove you're right. See, this is where you have to look into your own self and go, why do I need to prove to them that this is what's going on, or prove to them what they should be doing, or prove to them that I can help them? No, you don't need to rescue them. You need to protect yourself. In fact, that's what most of it is about. Working on yourself and your self-esteem and realizing that, okay, this is a situation. I got mixed up in it. The person seems like someone that I wanted to be around for whatever reason, or I got caught in it and I'm going to extricate myself from the situation. I'm gone. For you, in a situation where you can't do that, then you have to sit down and weigh the pros and cons of staying in the situation. And instead of you trying to fix the problem, if you're really like you're in a relationship, many times over the years, I've heard people tell me, other therapists, and a couple of times I've run into it myself, where the person has come and said legitimately, I have a problem and my husband or wife or whoever is going to leave me. They've told me if I don't seek help and change. They still didn't come forward and say, I have this personality disorder. They may not even have it diagnosed. They may not know they have it. Okay. That's one of the other ends of this particular situation is it's not something that they can go, oh yes, I know I'm depressed or I know I'm anxious. Sometimes that's even hard to see. So again, what is your defense? Now, the other thing is in the general realm of people that you bump into, again, knowing yourself and knowing your limits, knowing that you're getting mad or upset, being able to sit and think about yourself. These are all things that help you develop a sense of who you are and a sense of self-esteem where someone like that doesn't move in. Because the thing is most of the things that a person who has NPD will do only work on you if there's an opening, there's a problem within you with your own self-esteem or your own sense of self or your own need. This comes from the other person exploiting your needs to get their needs and being aware of that. So one of the best defenses for these kinds of situations and dealing with this is know thyself, do things to make your life better, healthier, whether it's the do it on your own, exercise, meditation, yoga, learning things, reading things, or seeking out help from other people like therapists and stuff like that to deal with things that you may have a problem with and knowing where you stand. Talking to someone and finding out, is there a pattern in your world? If people in your life that you keep bumping into, dating, hanging out with, tend to exhibit those characteristics, you have to look at yourself and go, Am I going to places where they are, or am I exhibiting signs to people that I need something and they're taking advantage of that? Because if you do seem needy in that sense, or if you do seem too susceptible to certain things like flattery, or if you appear too fragile, and I know it's difficult and people don't want to appear these ways. Some do as a tactic, but some don't want to and can't help it. Being aware of that, being self-aware is your best defense against so many things. And I cannot stress that enough about knowing yourself and knowing what's going on in your mind so that you can honestly reflect and trust your instincts. When something like that happens, you can go, ah, okay, all right. So we said go away quietly. If it's someone in the family, then you have to learn to keep, and here's the good one, boundaries. In all situations, knowing your boundaries. Going back again to my talk on boundaries, going back to the information that I give you, having boundaries is a good way to protect yourself and knowing that no, these are things that I won't do, these are things that I won't give away. Understanding your levels of friendship. These are close friends that you can give information to, but these are people that are casual acquaintances and you shouldn't give this information to. And being aware of that even on Facebook and other social media where you put yourself out there and you let other people have all your inside information, well, you just ripped your boundaries out and said, here, come into my life and know everything about me. So again, the person can look at that and go, ah, okay. If you want to protect yourself from these situations, you have to understand what information you're putting out there, whether it's on social media or whether it's with your friends group, whatever y'all do, talk and share information, working on trusting your instinct, working on protecting yourself with better boundaries. Okay. And finding those people in your life that uplift you and being wary of those that drag you down, choosing who to be around, who to deal with, people that help you, or avoiding people that hurt you, finding out and working on yourself and your own self esteem. These are all the best things you can do for dealing with that. And for someone who has been the victim of long term abuse, that's a very difficult road. I really, really advise you seek professional help to help you get back on track and get off that and realize what's happened and realize that you can become a survivor, which you can, and that you can grow stronger from the experience. And then you can learn not to do certain things, not to let other people do certain things. That's that boundary issue and understanding and self-reflection. So please, please, if you found yourself in a long-term relationship with someone who's like that, be wary of that. And be wary of the fact, people will tell you, oh, I changed and take me back now. Again, as with a lot of those situations, ask yourself what you're doing this for. Why are you doing it? And again, if you've been in a relationship where you've had to deal with this for a long time, you need to relearn to trust your own signals and to avoid people who do that, things that happen like that, and realize it's not your job to fix people. It's your job to take care of yourself. I can give you more detail on any of that. Please just let me know if there's specifics you don't understand or want to know more about or need more information. I'll be glad to put out a little short video on that. I hope you have a great day and take care.